A new book sets off a war of words between President Donald Trump and his former chief strategist, Steve Bannon.
Right-wing political figure Steve Bannon now speaking out about the Trump White House and the Russia investigation.
All this part of a new book that's already hit #1 on Amazon, and its release date has been now moved up.
Weijia Jiang is at the White House with more details on what Bannon said and the president's personal response.
Steve Bannon didn't hold back while being interviewed by Michael Wolff for his new book on the Trump administration. In excerpts from Fire and Fury inside the Trump White House, Bannon described a meeting at Trump Tower with a Russian lawyer as treasonous and unpatriotic. Donald Trump Jr., campaign chairman Paul Manafort, and Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law and senior advisor, attended the meeting in June 2016. The Russian attorney claimed to have documents that would incriminate Hillary Clinton. Bannon said the three senior guys in the campaign thought it was a good idea to meet with a foreign government inside Trump Tower in the conference room on the 25th floor with no lawyers. They didn't have any lawyers. And he added they should have called the FBI immediately. Bannon also says there is zero chance Donald Trump Jr. did not also escort the Russian lawyer to see his father.
Did the president meet any of Donald Trump Jr.'s guests at that June 2016 Trump Tower meeting on that day?
As the president has stated many times, no, and he wasn't part or aware of that.
Shortly after the excerpts were made public, President Trump issued a statement. He said when Bannon was fired, he not only lost his job, he lost his mind. The president wrote Bannon spent his time at the White House leaking false information to the media to make himself seem far more important than he was. Steve was rarely in a one-on-one meeting with me and only pretends to have had influence to fool a few people with no access and no clue, whom he helped write phony books. Bannon left his White House position in August 2017. At the time, White House officials said the decision was mutual. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
Michael Wolff's book, by the way, now scheduled to be released January 9th.